Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is Sohanur Rahman Sohan from Youth Express. Today, I would like to thank all of our viewers and all of our supporters and all of our sponsors, Blood Connection, Youth Express, IYDMUN for helping us organizing this show. So today we have two bright and youth speakers from South Africa and Canada. So we'll go to our guests. So before the show starts, let me introduce our two guests. Our first guest is Mr. Femi Doyle Marshall. He's a Toronto native and he lives in Canada. And he's a entrepreneur, author of three books, and he has also a fitness. He has also a fitness project called Persona. Our second guest is one of the youngest talented comedian from South Africa, Mr. Keenan Cerff. He lives in Cape Town. He performed in Durban, Johannesburg, uh, all over South Africa, and he also performed with Mr. Trevor Noah in his show called Nationwide. Welcome, all of our guests.
Hey,
Mr. Femi
thank you
Doyle
so much
Marshall.
for having me.
My pleasure. So, how are you all?
Pretty good.
I'm good, thank you, man. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So let me start with Mr. Femi Doyle Marshall.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Femi Doyle Marshall. So, sir, I want to start with you. So, tell us about yourself and about your journey, about your book called Reboots. Sir, Mr. Femi Doyle Marshall.
Yeah, I think first off, thanks for inviting me. Like just having a platform like this is awesome because you get really great minds together just to talk and collaborate. And I think especially with how the world is right now, we need a community that everybody can get together. You know.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you, and I'm excited to hear your message soon too, right? If we were to just talk about kind of like who I am, my story, what I do, it kind of starts with being just a regular everyday kid. You know, like I know a lot of the viewers, some of them might be starting off a business or they're trying to figure out what it is they want to do in life, and that's kind of how I became who I am today. You know, I started off 16. I was playing sports, you know, and I really didn't have a vision of being an entrepreneur or a business owner. I was just like, I'm really good at sports. I like sports. I want to be active. I want to move around. And what's crazy about that journey is I was really good at American football. So not soccer. I'm horrible at soccer. Or if y'all say horrible at it.
Yeah.
My foot, like it's not happening. But like when I play like American football, I was really good. Flash forward, playing a couple of years for my school, and I pretty much had like a career-ending injury. So that's not really explained on a lot of the stuff on my websites and stuff. But like my leg broke in half. I was in a full leg cast for 6 to 8 months. I was in a wheelchair going through school. Like it was crazy, right? But that window of time where I was going through pain and being injured really kind of gave me the ability to connect with God and connect deeper with myself to understand what I should be doing. And that kind of triggered me into starting a health and fitness business. So I was training my teachers in high school. You know, a teacher came to me and was like, you know, you can do this as a real thing. You know, and I'm like 16. I'm not really thinking of this. I'm like, what do you mean? I can make money training people? And he's like, yeah. So that from the age of 16, I started my first business, but it takes time. You know, if there's one thing if I was going to tell you about the story of how now I'm an author and I have a book, the amount of time it took for me to understand what my gift, what my ability was, so I could share that part of it with the world, that takes time to figure out. So going through that, starting that business, growing that business, trying to figure out how to actually find the right people that will buy so I can make money to make a living. You know, that's a part of the entrepreneurial journey. And I think any person who has a business, whether it's for profit or not for profit, whether it's, you know, in health or it's in comedy, whether it's in like lawn care or anything else, you know, like digital marketing. There's a path you have to go through to struggle, you know, to try to figure out how people can understand you and your story, and that kind of led me to where I am today. So keep my story as brief but precise as possible. I'm just a regular guy who took a leap of faith and wanted to follow their dream and their vision. And as long as I keep listening, I just keep getting like different messages of things that I should be doing to help more people. So the next chapter of my life is Reboot, which is my book that I wrote about a year and a half ago. That's really about helping people have personal breakthroughs. So you don't need to stay stuck once you understand the right system that can get you to the other level. That's probably how I would describe my story. And there's a lot of bumps along the way.
Yeah.
a lot along the way, you know. Yeah. So I think that would probably be a brief description of who I am. I'm a coach. You know, I started off as a health and fitness coach, and from a health and fitness coach to now a success coach.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Femi Doyle. Stay with us. We'll come with you later. Now I would like to invite our next guest, Mr. Keenan Cerff. Can you hear me?
Hey, you got my name and my surname right. That's awesome.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So, same question for you, bro. Introduce yourself and about your journey.
So my name is Keenan Cerff. I am a stand-up comedian, writer, actor from South Africa. Yeah, I started doing comedy in 2013. I used to have a day job. I worked in a call center. As a lot of, a lot of brown people work in call centers, but, it's just a thing. I don't know. Anyway, so I was working in a call center, and, I was just always the clown, just always the one that was throughout my high school life and throughout primary school and in my work life, I was just always the clown. And then one of my friends were like, no, you need to go and try stand up. Go try stand up, man. It's going to be funny. And then I went, and then my first night I'll never forget, because my family came with to watch me, and then I did so bad that when I got off stage, I asked the other comedians, like, yo, where's my family? They were like, dude, your family left. And I was like, what? Then what do you mean they left? And they were like, nah, dog, they left, man. They left to some Uber money, but they left. I was like, man, it might not be such a good career choice. But then, like, in being in the comedy scene, I met other comedians, and I just went from one gig to another, learning, taking in. I remember the first time I left Cape Town was when I went to Durban. I met up with another comedian there by the name of Carvin Goldstone. And he's a much more like one of the top comedians in the country. He's one of the elder comics. And then he and I had a conversation the way we are speaking now. He asked me like about my life and things like that. And then I would tell him stories, and he was like, oh, this is so funny. Why aren't you telling the people this on stage? Why are you telling them stuff that's not funny? And I was like, I don't know, I'm trying to be funny. He's like, no, tell them your story, and you'll see where it takes you. And then I went on a journey from there, performing all across South Africa, doing some comedy on a cruise ship that went to Mozambique. Like, I've just been everywhere. I was a writer for the Comedy Central roast. I've been in a few ads, and like, I don't know if you know who Riaad Moosa is. He's also one of the biggest comics out of South Africa. I was his opening act a cup for two of his shows. And then the biggest thing, obviously, is like being contacted by Trevor Noah to be a part of the show. That's basically a show that showcases the best up-and-coming comics in the country. And what makes all of this even more significant is that I'm from the Cape Flats, which anyone that's in the world knows is like the Hood area. It's a very rough area, and for me to go from staying where I stay, having drug addict, aunts and uncles, to being on a big stage performing with Trevor Noah, that's just like sums up my entire journey of just not giving up and not letting my circumstances define me or limit me in terms of where I can and cannot go. And then I've been working with organizations, with youth in like motivating kids and things like that. Working with an organization that protects women and children, because I just always am looking to try to help kids in my area, because there's so many talented kids all around South Africa and all around the world. And thank you for having me on this platform, because this might inspire someone that's from whichever part of the world that's watching this, and they can go, I can be an author, I can go be a football player, I can be, a lecturer, a comedian. I don't have to be defined to whatever it is that my society like wants me to be. I can be anything.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Keenan. Mr. Femi Dole Marshall.
It's hard to believe I'm a comedian when I was so serious now.
Okay. It's a show. Okay. So, Mr. Femi Dole Marshall. So, what are the main ideas of your book, and how we can be benefited from your book?
Yeah, so like I said, like the story of Reboot is really just breaking down how to create a breakthrough, right? I think using like Keenan's story, if you look at what conventionally is around you, right? You're in a world as you are, but you may not have all the tools you need, or you may not think you have all the tools you need to get to the next level, right? This book captures kind of my story of really, one, not knowing how to start a business. So talking about finances, right? Me not knowing how to really improve my health. Me not knowing the value of spirituality. Me not knowing the power of relationships, and having to go through life growing and developing and finding those tools to help me become a better person. So I think like if you're at a state or a point in your life where you're like, I need to find greater significance, whether it's in health, whether it's finance, whether it's spirituality, whether it's your family and relationships, this book was built for that. So I built it because I think everybody needs to anchor into something that's important to them. And when I mean anchor, I mean you got to attach to something that's important to you, right? Like if you're just going about life, this is my beliefs. Everyone may not believe this, but this is what I really believe in. I believe like if you just go through life just aimlessly, at one point you're gonna feel lost, right? You're gonna feel lost, and I think everyone goes through that stage where they may be lost, but you gotta figure out what you gotta lock into so you can find meaning and you can help more people. So for me, health was the thing I anchored into that allowed me to build this book. But no matter where you are, like if you're at a state where you're like, I need to get money together, or you're at a state where you're like, you know what, I need to understand spirituality on a deeper level, or you're not creating those connections. Like Keenan was connecting with so many people that allowed him to catapult further into comedy. Like wherever you're at, this book was made to help you break through. So yeah, like it's helped me more than I can even believe just writing it, creating opportunities like this to connect with you all too. So yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Femi. So, Mr. Keenan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have no question for you. It's your show. Whatever you want to do, just do it. No question for you, bro.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're really making me tell jokes now.
It's your show, bro.
I don't, whenever I always say, like whenever someone finds out someone is a comedian, right? The first thing people always go like, "Oh, you're a comedian? Oh man, tell us a joke, man. Please tell us a joke. Tell us a joke." But like, if we had to be in a room, right, and I told you I was a comedian, you guys would do the same thing. Tell us a joke, tell us a joke. But like if I was like a plumber, for example, and we were in a room, you guys wouldn't be, Keenan, you're a plumber. Go fix my taps. My taps are broken. Go fix it. It's not working at all. Go. I don't know why it's not working, but go fix it. And then the plumber would be like, yeah, it's gonna cost some money. No,
True.
but you're a plumber. You are brought here to be a plumber. Go plumb. Go plumb. Go there. Go plumb there. I hope that accent was funny. I was really worried. I was practicing in my head. I was just like plumber, go plumber, go plumber, go. I hope the accent was. Oh, and you before this thing started, you saw me. You heard me speak like in a British accent. That's because one of the call centers that I worked in, we dealt with UK customers. So we would speak to them like all the time, and some customers would come through as soon as they hear you from South Africa, like, oh yeah, you from South Africa? Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, oh, you from South Africa? Oh, that's great. Yeah, you guys got animals. You guys got lions in the streets, eh? Oh, that's great. Yeah, you got. And I was like, no one would ever say that to any other part of the world. It doesn't matter, Bangladesh. It's not like someone goes to India and someone, oh, you got monkeys there in your backyard. What you have there? You don't got animals there. You don't know. Don't got nothing. Nothing. No animals. Nothing. No. No one ever asked anyone else anywhere in the world if you got animals running around in the street. Everyone is like, yeah, we got a city. We got, and. Sometimes the customers would be like, sometimes they would they would treat you like differently. They would treat you like kind of be rude, like prejudice, right? When you come through, because sometimes when I speak like this, and then I'd be like, welcome through to this company. How may I help you today? And the customer would be like, oh yeah, excuse me, yeah. I'd like to speak to somebody that can speak English, please. And I'd be like, oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Let me put you through. But then what I did was I take offense, and then I tell the customer I'm going to transfer him to someone who can speak English, and then I transfer the customer, and then I come back onto the phone. I call all my friends, and I tell the customer, then I speak to the customer again, make him think he's being transferred, and I speak to him again, and I'm like, oh, yeah, absolutely great. Yeah, you're speaking to Jonathan. Yeah, absolutely great. Fantastic. Yeah. You're speaking to a South African, sir. Oh, no, I know the South Africans. They're everywhere, sir, these South Africans. And the customer's like, oh, yeah, these South Africans. And then I told the customer, can I tell you something about the South Africans? And the customer's like, oh, yes, tell me something about these South Africans. And then I switch back to my normal accent. I say, you don't take them for a fool, Jay. And I put down the phone, and the customer's like, what? And he went down.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I think I did like 10 minutes now.
Can I ask him a question? Okay.
Of course, you can ask.
So my question is like, what was the most memorable comedic experience you had?
The most memorable comedic experience, like it would be the one where I performed with Trevor, right? So we were there for 2 nights, but what made it memorable wasn't the 1,000 people that were there. Like I had never performed with 1,000 people before. It wasn't even just being where I'm from, because where I'm from, there's a lot of gang violence, there's a lot of things like that. The thing about that night was like he's right there. Like I'm not just watching him on my phone. I'm not watching him on TV. He's right there. And I remember when I saw him, I was like, yo, that's Trevor Noah. And then Trevor told me, Keenan, you know I can hear you, right? And I was like, I know, but still, that's Trevor Noah. So that whole night, the whole experience, being contacted by him, being told you're being picked for this thing, it's kind of like this thing, like, all this hard work, yeah, you're being given a platform now, showcase your talent, and now it's given me so much more. I've been able to do a lot more things, and it's even led me to being on this platform. So I'm very grateful for everything that I have and every opportunity that I get, whether it's this, whether it's I perform to people on the street, every time I get to interact with other people, that's like my greatest moment as well. I just like, I'm very grateful for it, you know?
Like,
Okay, bro. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Uh, now, Mr. Femi, do
You
the
sound like you're
Marshall.
struggling to hold your laugh in.
Bro, I forget what to say. You just hit the show.
you're good.
So
You're good.
you bastard the show, bro. I forget what to ask. Whatever. Mr. Femi Doyle Marshall,
Yes, sir.
it's your turn. So you have to speak.
Okay, so one of the things that I would probably point out is each person that's here, we each have our own story, right? We each have our own story of struggle, challenge, setback, of having to overcome something to be on this same platform, right? And I think no matter where you are in the world, that has to be the point you have to realize all of us share, right? You might be watching this at home, you might be at work, you might be traveling, but you have to remember that you're on your own path. Just like each of us that are here right now are on our own path. What I wanted to
Yeah.
ask about, like, this is actually a big point that I'm feeling right now. When you decided to leave the call center, what did you feel?
Hmm?
What was the feeling that you
What
had?
did I fear?
Yeah, not fear, but what was the feeling you had?
Oh, what was the feeling? Oh, yeah, am I allowed? I'm not allowed to curse, yeah, am I?
Go for it.
But no, I won't. I won't. Don't worry. I won't. I won't. I don't swear in my jokes. But no, what was the thing is, right? The feeling I had was all these like the environment that I was in, right? The clients like starting a call center in South Africa, and like I always thought like the way that they treat
Hello.
Yeah, I think he just slipped off the
We
connection.
lost him.
Yeah,
I think we lost his connection.
he'll hop back on. But the point that I was getting at was when you are deciding to change, when you're deciding to make a complete pivot from what you're used to doing, the feeling that usually comes over you is fear, right? You're feeling uncertain. You're like, I'm not sure if I should do this. You might start doubting yourself. What you have to remember is, even though you have that feeling, the impact that you have to make is actually greater. So, for example, let's say Sohan didn't think about creating this platform for people to get together all around the world to communicate and share their experience, share their passion, share the vision. That means somebody else doesn't get inspired, right? Let's say I didn't decide to start a health and fitness business. That means all the people that I help get in shape and help positively impact their family, they're not able to actually see the benefits in the community, right? Same thing. Let's say I didn't write my book. If I didn't write my book, I wouldn't have been able to teach people from the errors or mistakes or things that I had. But the point that I'm stressing is, wherever you are right now in life, wherever you are right now, you have to remember that taking action on that thing is way more valuable than not. Like choosing to do something different, choosing to actually be better, choosing to try something that most people around you are not used to doing will actually produce better results in your life. So that's my story. Like, I think, like, if you think of every person that's been on this show, so you can probably like confirm it, if not, that each person had to do something different. each person had to follow whatever their calling was, and that feeling they had before they took that action was fear. You know, that feeling is uncertainty, that feeling of doubt, that feeling of I'm not sure I can do this thing. But the truth is, doing it is so much more fulfilling. You feel so much happier. You feel so much greater and better than if you don't. So that would be my perspective that I would share with anybody who's watching this right now. Like if you have an idea or you have a concept or you have a vision or you have a dream or you have a goal and you're like, I really wish I could do this thing, you know, do it. Like don't wait. I would say do that thing because you don't know what may happen. And the odds are what will happen will actually help a lot more people.
Right.
That's kind of what I would share from my experience.
So, right. So what I want to say that basically I can share my personal feelings with you, experience with you. We also works with many social organizations, especially with the children and the underprivileged people.
Yeah.
When I started our platform, people used to make fun, especially my friends. They started to say, it will not build your career. It will not helping the people, will not help your family, will not help you to build your career. So they try to, you know, just make me feel bad what I'm doing, helping the people. They say, you are wasting your time. You are just wasting your time. It will not benefit your career.
Yep.
Some people, they run for the money all over their life, but they are not happy.
Yep.
I'm not against earning money. I'm not
Yep.
against career. I'm not against building yourself, but only for money, only for career, only for power. They run their whole life, but still they are unsatisfied.
You got it. Yeah.
Suddenly they die, you know, and with unsatisfaction. So
Yep.
it end their life. So
Yep.
what I believe, do what is good, do what is valuable, do what is beneficial for the society.
Yep.
Especially your book, you share many ideas. I think it will be beneficial for all of us.
Yep.
You know,
So you
so
made a good point where you talked about there's so much stuff you said that was really amazing.
right.
Right. And I think what I wanted to highlight from what you said is if you anchor, and I use this reference a lot, if you anchor into something that's significant to you, and when I mean significant, I mean it's important to you, something that means a lot to you, you will apply work. Like you will work for that thing. So, for example, if people might have been mocking you or laughing at you, saying this idea is crazy, it's not going to work, you need to get a real job, you need to get all these things. There's a reference that talks about crabs in a bucket. So a crab will always pull the other crabs trying to crawl out. So if you're trying to crawl out of the situation that you're in, that you don't feel good about, the people that are around you that may not understand what you're doing might try to pull you down. But what happens is as you get further up, you can actually help more people. And that's exactly what you're doing with this platform. Like you've gotten to a point where you started something. It might have been an idea. You're like, maybe people don't agree with what I'm saying. Maybe some people do, but I'm going to try it because I believe this is what I got to do. You try that thing, and by you taking that leap and seeing how it works, you actually were able to connect with other people of like minds, like people that think very similar to you that are like, okay, we need a platform so other people can connect together and help more people, right? So tying all of the things together is really just pointing out, if you have a vision of something, I personally believe that's like your calling, just kind of like what you were saying, right? Like if you have something that you're like, this is what I got to do, not doing it actually, I think, hurts you more and makes you not feel fulfilled.
Yeah. You're correct.
I am back. Hey guys, I apologize for that. My phone's battery went like, I don't know what happened. I thought my phone was charging, But in South Africa, we have this thing called load shedding. I don't know if you've ever heard about it.
We have
It's
also
basically,
load shedding in Bangladesh.
yeah,
We have
so
also
like,
electricity.
yeah, with electricity. So I don't know, my phone wasn't charging, so I had to put it in a
Okay,
power bank now
let me
because.
let me say something. If I have load shedding, you both will continue the show. Okay. If I have load shedding. Okay.
Like, Mr. Marshall, do you know what load shedding is?
No, what is it? What is it? Tell me.
It's basically, okay, I don't know, like in Bangladesh, but like in South Africa,
Electricity.
our
When
power
the electricity
utility.
got
Yeah,
Oh,
so our government puts off our electricity
power,
because of the power utility
power.
doesn't have enough juice basically to
oh,
maintain energy around the country. So this is such a third world thing. You won't know about it, but it happens.
Wait, bro. South Africa is the third world. South Africa is the third world.
so hold on. So I'm gonna say, even though I'm in Canada, right?
Yeah.
I'm Caribbean. My parents are Caribbean.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Understand what you're saying.
Oh, your parents are Caribbean. That's cool, man.
My parents are from Trinidad. Like, we're from Trinidad.
So your parents are like, yeah, you don't know your bomba kalat, yeah, boy.
Yeah. Oh man, but it's good.
Okay.
It's good that you're back.
Thank you. Yeah, I do apologize. I don't even know what I was saying before I left because
The
the
show
iPhone
get
does this thing where,
electricity.
yeah,
The show
iPhone does
get
this
the
thing where
electricity.
iPhone takes so long to like restart. If you have an Android phone and your phone goes off, you just like plug it in and then you can restart it. But iPhone is like, please wait while I restart your phone. It's like, no, I need to get back now. No, please wait while we restart your phone, please. They're like, I need to get back. And then now, eventually, 10 minutes later, I'm back. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Bro, Kenan.
So I
Yeah.
think the last thing that we were talking about was
Oh, you asked me about the call center, the feeling that I had when I left.
yeah,
Yeah, I think the thing is when you give up like a stable job, um, to do your passion, to follow your passion, it is a very scary feeling. Your friends will tell you crazy, your family will tell you crazy, but you have to believe in what you do. Which side is my heart now? Oh yeah, it's here. Yeah, yeah. You have to believe in your heart, like what you're doing is the right thing. Like you have to love what you do.
yeah,
Comedy is something that I love. I love the art form. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for like I don't care about those things. Like being on stage, being on and this platform where you guys are laughing. Like I like that because there's so much bad in the world. Um,
yeah.
and it's people have so much stress in their lives, and if I can just contribute to that one moment where you forget about all your life's problems and just like make you sit back and laugh, I do it for like love and appreciation. That's what I do it for. Because if you chase money, there'll never be enough money. But if you do it for love and appreciation, like, you know, you'll like things will come your way, good things will come your way. And the same with you, Mr. Marshall, for following your, like, you could have given up, but you ended up becoming a coach, you ended up writing a book. You never gave up. You still wanted to be in the world that you saw, like that you wanted to achieve. So you managed to do your book, you managed to do all of these things, and Mr. Rahman managed to start up this platform and working with organizations and stuff. So that feeling of leaving the call center where you like feel bad every day and people are telling you you're stupid and you're an idiot, and then going home and then seeing the gangsterism, seeing the crime and all of that stuff, pursuing comedy was like, I'm breaking away from all of these things. I'm taking this baggage off of my life and my world, and I'm just standing on a stage where in my personal life it felt a lot of the times like I wasn't seen, like I was no one, to now being on a stage and people are
Hmm.
like, they're waiting for me to speak. They want to hear what I have to say. And then now I'm still doing motivational speaking as well, but with jokes as well. So I get to be seen. I get to inspire or change someone's life a little bit or thinking. So that's an amazing feeling, is what I'm trying to say, leaving the workplace that I did.
What's really interesting about what you're sharing is like Sohan was actually talking about this just before you connected. He was telling his
Yeah.
story, and
Yeah.
it was literally the same thing. So here's the common point that I'm going to share, and I want all
There
of
is
it.
there is a quote my friend used to say,
Uh,
don't care about the people, only think for you and your family.
Yeah.
big, yeah,
There is a quote my friend used to tell me, don't think about the people, only care for you and your family.
yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I want to add to is like there's a pattern that I think everybody that's watching needs to realize, and even us. When we first started doing whatever it was that we felt called to do, nobody accepted it. Like nobody
Mm.
around us was like, "That's a good idea." In the beginning, everyone
Yeah.
was that's not going to work. What do you like? You think someone's going to buy this thing? You think you're funny? Like you think
Yeah.
you're like you think someone's going to sign up and do interviews with you? You think someone's going to
Yeah.
buy a book? Like, but that if you can channel it correctly, you
Yeah.
can be like, all right, okay, you think this is not going to work? Let me show you how
Yeah.
it can. So on like even in the early days of like the health and fitness business that I built, when I was 16 and I was playing football and my leg broke and I started training my teachers and I was asking the people around me if they would buy programs just like you, they laughed. I had people laugh. They're
Mm.
like I'm not gonna buy this stuff. Flash forward years later, just like you, Keenan, like I'm running programs with like thousands of people,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So what we were talking about before was you have to just even if you don't know all of the answers, you have to actually still do something.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
a big one thing I like.
Yeah. You can easily fall into a trap of where you like not you can either live for other people or you can live for yourself. So obviously everyone has concerns. Some people's concerns come out of a place of like fear. Some
Yeah,
of them just come out of a place of not wanting you to succeed. But
yeah,
you have to like live your own life and follow your own journey. I never liked what I saw in my area and in my community, and I was like, oh man, I wish I could make some change. But before the comedy, if ever someone tries to do something, no one really takes note. But
mm,
now was like, and I always used to wonder, like, yeah, how can we help the area? And now, because of the comedy and because of people seeing me on TV and in the newspaper and things like that, now people are like, now people listen in the area. If I'm in like talks or if I speak to kids and things like that, the kids like listen and they were like, yeah, we just wanna, we also wanna get out. We also wanna, we also wanna pursue it. And hopefully, like, but at the end of the day, what you must also realize is like, it's all down to you. It's like in here, your, I think, if you guys watch like soccer, if you know Sir Alex Ferguson once said that, your origins shouldn't determine like your destination, like
mm,
where you come from, your background, what it is that you do. Like if you have a dream and a goal and it's positive, you can literally get to anywhere you want to be. There's so many stories of so many people who come from the most hardship backgrounds. Look at Jay-Z, for example. Jay-Z was, a drug dealer and a gangster, and now he's one of the richest like entertainers in the world.
yeah,
But it's having that switch in your brain, like because you can either go like, you know what, no, it's
mm.
nothing's gonna come right. I'm gonna be here, and this is my life, and I just have to fall in line with everyone else, and we just have to all keep going and complaining. Or you can just step outside of that line and go, well, actually, there's a much bigger world here for me. There's actually so much more. Oh wow, that's a duck. Let me go see. I never saw a duck before. Let me go see the duck. And you just like go do something different. I always tell the kids when I speak to them, I'm like, go see and do something different. If you've ever read Trevor's book, um, but this is something that Trevor told us as well, is that his mom, when he was a child, his mom used to take him around to different areas and to different, like to nice areas, to like wood areas and everything in between. And basically, his mom did it so his mom could show him that there's more to where you come from out there. And all of this, if you work hard enough, can be yours. And I remember reading his book and thinking to myself, like, man, that's actually what I did. Like,
Mm.
I just I was in a stuck position. As soon as I went into the comedy world, I started going from gig to gig to gig to gig, and then meeting more people, seeing different things, and then bumping into like celebrities who come to watch shows or celebrities who are actually performing at shows. And then I was like, this is so awesome. This is like the world that I want to be a part of. And then the deeper I got into the world, I then started to see like I could do something good with this. So a lot of people also just fall into traps where they they chase money or they chase stardom but I was just like, I've got a voice now and I'm going to use this voice in my area to help inspire everyone and to just to just be happy myself, you know? So yeah, that's enough from me now. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
So, 1 minute. You listen, bro. Show isn't finished still.
I know, I joke,
So
I
you
joke, I
told me
joke, I
that you
joke.
watch cricket, right?
Yes,
I
yes,
know,
I
I know you
do.
joke because you're a
I do
comedian.
watch I do watch cricket, yes.
So, and you also told me you are learning Bengali little bit from your area people, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I had this word now. I wrote it down and then I wrote it
Uh,
down, but now when my phone shut down, I lost the word. But no, I do watch cricket, right? And one of my favorite players and who also a guy who has a very amazing journey is Mustafizur. So
right.
Mr. Marshall, like I don't know if you know, but Mustafizur is a cricket player, right? And he plays for the Bangladesh team. So what
Right.
happened was the cricket team in Bangladesh. I don't know if they have an academy or not, but what they do is they scour the
Yeah.
area in of Bangladesh to look for talent. And then they saw this boy.
Right.
He was just playing with like a homemade ball, and then he was doing the bowling action, and he was doing all of that. And then they saw how good he was, and then they gave him like a trial, and then they gave him an opportunity, and the next thing you know, he's in a national team, playing at like playing against the likes of Australia, playing against the likes of the West Indies, South Africa, and he was doing really well. And he even played in the IPL, in the
Right.
IPL league, which is like which is like the UEFA Champions League of cricket, which is the Super Bowl of cricket basically. Um, and to hear how he came from like where he was, I used to love watching cricket so much. Obviously, with the comedy, I became so busy,
Yeah.
but to hear how his story, like how he came from, because they were very poor as well. His family was very poor, and now he's like playing cricket, and I'm sure he will help
He's
kids around him and things like that. I really wanted to know. It's bothering me now. I had that joke in my head for the like the Bangladeshi word, and I can't
yeah,
remember
yeah.
it, and I'm like, "Ugh."
Uh, I think you wrote it in the chat box.
Yeah, yeah. Let me check in the chat box quickly. I don't know. Oh,
Okay.
oh yes, here's it. It's Nuakhali Vibag Chai. Nuakhali.
You lost him
You
again.
are he lost again. He lost again. He lost again.
Lost at the end of the comedy
He
skit.
lost. He lost. He come and go. You know.
Like
Again, maybe he has load shedding. He's
That was
joining.
not
He's
the
joining again.
load.
Load shedding. Yeah, load shedding.
But Yeah, no, I don't know what that is. But I got jokes out and I got my message out and Mr. Marshall spoke and you. What is it that you do, Mr. Sohan? Like, what is your like your day job? What is like your 9 to 5? Do you have a 9 to 5? You asking us all kinds of questions. What is like your like? What do you do in a day when you wake up in the morning? Do you tell yourself like I need to go and work, or what is it that you like that you do?
Okay, this is the Corona period. Generally, I'm doing nothing because I'm in lockdown. I wake up and I eat my breakfast and I sleep again. And again I wake up, I eat my lunch, and again I sleep again. Then again I wake up, I do some journey. Then again I sleep. Then again I use Facebook. Then again I sleep. That's the basic thing
Oh,
I'm doing in the lockdown. Sometimes I take
okay.
shower. Sometimes I take shower.
Sometimes.
And sometimes some things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, bro.
That's good. That's good.
No,
Okay, okay,
this is
okay.
such
Now,
a fun platform, man. Thank you again for including me in this, man. It's been so much fun just
our pleasure, bro.
hearing from you guys and hearing your life of just sleeping, waking up, Facebook, eating, sleeping, waking up. That's so exciting. Yo, just
And toilet.
he's just
And I go toilets.
oh,
I
and you
go
go to the
toilet.
toilet as well. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
ooh, don't forget that. It's not like you just,
Bro.
No, this
So
is great class.
basically, Mr. Femi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you were saying? What you saying? Something?
This is a great platform because, like you said, each of us has a different experience, and I think just by having all of our minds here and sharing it with other people, it's going to help
yeah,
more people. I think so.
yeah, yeah.
Great job on doing this.
Oh, listen. Someone is writing in the comment box. First time I guess Kenan Cerff was Mohammad Salah.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot. I get that so much. Yeah, and now to see Muhammad Salah in a Chelsea outfit
And
is
someone is
like
also saying he looks like Liverpool player Mohammad Salah. What's going on? He is Mr. Kenan Cerff. He's not Mohammad Salah.
yeah, yeah. I
People
get
are
that a
thinking you
lot.
are Mohammad Salah.
I don't know why. People tell me I look like I people tell me like I look like I often get it. People tell me I look like a lot of people, and if it's not Muhammad Salah, then they tell me I look like John Legend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it so much. I don't know why. Like I just have that face. No one tells Mr. Sohan, Mr. Sohan, you look like yeah, you look Mr. Sohan, you look like I don't know, but somebody you look like and they don't tell Mr. Marshall there, Mr. Marshall, man, Mr. Marshall, you look just like man, Mr. Marshall, you look like no one ever. But when they see me, they're like, Mr. Cerff, you look like Muhammad Salah, like the Liverpool player. Yeah, you look like just like yeah. When I'm like, yeah, comrade, but my bank account is not Muhammad Salah right now. My bank account is more Keenan Cerff. That's what my.
Oh, okay. Okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Marshall.
But
Mr.
thank you to the
Marshall.
people that's telling me I look like Muhammad Salah. Thank you.
Yeah. Our viewers are saying you looks like Mohammad Salah. Okay, let me read some comments. People are sending greetings uh, from all over the world. So, Mr. Marshall, I would like to invite you to say something.
Okay. What topic? Because I can vibe out on any area. So where would you want me to talk about? Even Keenan, anything you want me to just talk about specifically?
Okay, Mr. Kenan has just
Yeah.
busted the show, and we forget everything. Whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I got a question. I got a question, Mr. Marshall. Um, what book, what books are you reading? What is the last 3 books that you have read, and what book can you recommend for people to read?
Okay, I have a stack of books in my house right
I figured you are a reader. You look like a reader, like someone. I mean, you write your own books, but like I know you read other books.
Am I don't look like reader? My
You-
face don't show my.
You read.
Yeah, I don't want to say like if people tell me I look like Salah, I'm saying he looks like a reader. You look like. Yo, this is a lot of pressure. The phone is coming off. Eh. It's load shedding. It's load shedding. That's what it
No.
is. My mind was load shedding now.
I'm gonna use
Okay.
load from now on. I'm gonna
Yeah. Yeah.
load shedding. That's just so for me. Okay, so 3 books. I'm reading one on investing right now.
Okay.
So it's I don't remember the exact name of the book. It's called Simple Investing. The author is Nick Murray. That's the name of the author. But it's talking about like when you put $1 into something, what happens with the compound over time. So that's one book I started reading like about a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Another book that I'm reading is digital marketing. So digital millionaire marketing. So how you build like an online business and market your online business. And then another one that I've been reading is Marketing to the Affluent. So that's another book that's actually a pretty big one by Dan Kennedy. But besides that, like those are like
okay.
I'll kind of give you a bit of a background. Like right now, the book that I'm reading is very specific to building business and like refining my marketing. But before these books, like I was reading one of my favorite ones to actually listen to. It's on YouTube. It's called Science of Getting Rich. Wallace B. Waddles. This book is like 2 hours. I don't know. Have you listened to it or heard it before?
Oh, me? No, I watch TV. No, I do read.
He don't read books.
I joke.
He don't read books.
I do read. I like autobiographies. That's my thing. Like Malcolm X and Trevor Noah's book, Kevin Hart's book, Tiffany Haddish stuff.
I read the Long Walk to Freedom of Mr. Mandela.
Oh yes. That's
Long
also
Walk to Freedom.
Yeah, but Mr. Mandela, he comes out with new books every year. Just like every year, there's a new Mandela book. There's just everyone's writing a new book about Mandela. Mandela is like the Fast and the Furious of books, like this.
Okay, I'm thinking about writing a book, how Mr. Keenan becomes Muhammad Salah. You know. So,
You very much. Doesn't that really? Do I really look like that? I don't see it myself.
Our viewers are saying you looks like Muhammad Salah. It's from the viewers.
Yeah.
You can check the comment. It's from the viewers. They are saying you looks like Muhammad Salah.
To be honest, I am scared to touch my phone because every time I've touched my phone so far, it switches off. So I'm just like, you know what? Just stay there, phone. Oh, yes, I know who you look like now that I have someone in mind. Do you know who Mufti Mink is?
Mufti Mink, yeah, Zimbabwe, Mufti Mink. I know him.
Yes, you look a bit like Mufti Mink. So Mufti Mink is also, Mr. Marshall Mufti Mink is also like a motivational like speaker. And he always like, people are always posting quotes about Mufti Mink, always.
Mufti Mink.
So
do you listen, Mr. Mufti Mink? Do you listen to him?
I like, so a lot of a back story to me is my family are, a lot of my family are Muslim. So a lot of them always listen to Mufti Mink and stuff like that. And when I was on tour with Riaad Moosa, Riaad Moosa talks about Mufti Mink on stage, and he reads a lot of Mufti Mink quotes and things like that. So that just led me to like going to find out a little bit more about what he has and things like that. I'm a Christian, but I always open myself up to like learning other people's cultures and backgrounds. And yeah, I'm gonna go read about Bangladesh more after this, and after
You have
that,
to
I'm
learn
gonna go read
Bangla.
about Canada. And
You have to
yeah, I
learn
just
some
know.
Bangla words.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn more Bangla words. Hopefully, the next time, if I'm invited next time, because I don't know, maybe you, as soon as this is done, you might go. This guy is talking all the time, talking, jokes, talking. So, I don't know. So, but yeah, if I were to come back, then maybe I can learn some more words, and I hope to come to Canada soon,
Of
man.
course,
After this
you're
lockdown,
welcome.
Soon.
You're welcome. Soon.
does
Uh,
Bangladesh have a comedy scene now?
Pardon?
Does Bangladesh have stand-up comedy there? No?
Yes, but not very famous like you, like Trevor Noah, and they hit the world, not like that, It's underground, it's still going underground.
Yeah. No, I don't mind. I know Thailand has a comedy scene and a lot of comedians go that side. So now I know I'm gonna go because I have a place to stay now if I come there. I saw how your curtains look. I'm like, no, that's nice there. I can go and stay there.
Bro,
Airbnb?
bro,
No.
tell me, how can we contact Trevor Noah for the next show?
Uh,
Give me his
yeah.
WhatsApp number. Give me Trevor Noah's WhatsApp number.
That's funny.
Okay, no problem. Not WhatsApp. Give me cell number.
Yeah. No, people always ask me that. Some people, I think they befriending me like, yo, man, let's hang out, let's do something, man, let's chill. And I'm like, okay, cool, man. It's like, yeah, but before we chill out, do you have to even know his number? Because I just want to tell him that. Then I'm like, my man, no, I can't give it out.
Okay. We
Yeah,
have.
but guys, I'm sorry. I know I talk a lot of jokes and stuff. But Mr. Marshall, is your book available? Is your book
Yeah.
available like for download or something?
Yeah, so you can actually go on, just type in Reboot book or Reboot
Yeah,
and Femi Dole Marshall. So
yeah,
you can also buy my book directly from myrebootbook.com. We don't
yeah.
have, I'll put up international shipping literally at the end of this. But
Yeah, no,
yeah, like,
because if I try to order the book now, it might not come with any pages. It might just be the cover of the outside because.
but I have it on Audible, so if you listen to like audiobooks and stuff too.
Oh yeah.
On Audible too. So if you like look up my name, like Femi Doyle Marshall,
Okay.
on Audible,
I'll look you up on Instagram. I'll find you. You can follow me, or I'll follow you, and then follow, and then and then I'll get it.
Yeah, but like I said, this platform is amazing. So thank you for inviting me. And
Okay, we have 1 minute remain, and I would like to thank all of you for joining our show. And one thing I want to mention, someone in a comment said, Mr. Maruf, he said that Navid Mahmood is one of the popular stand-up comedian in Bangladesh. Mr.
Okay,
Maruf Rahman said it.
Navid
Rahman.
Mahmood.
Navid Mahmood.
Okay,
He is one
Navid
of the
Muhammad.
popular stand-up comedian from Bangladesh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Navid.
I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna look him up and connect, and hopefully we can.
I will send his links, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have any
please,
connection.
please.
I don't have his WhatsApp number, bro. I don't have his WhatsApp. I don't have his WhatsApp number. Okay.
Damn it.
So last thing you want to say with me. Noakhali Bibhag Chai.
Noakhali
Bibhag Chai. Okay. Both
Bibhag
of you
Chai. Noakhali
say
Bibhag
with
Chai.
me. Noakhali Bibhag Chai.
Noakhali Bibhag Chai.
Bibhag Chai. Noakhali Bibhag Chai.
He
Okay.
is making us
Now
say, guys, cut off your feet tonight. Like he's making us say something strange. Like
Okay. Thank you all for joining us. Now we are running out of time. And thank you all. Thank you
for having
very
me.
much for joining us. Take care. And hope all best of luck for all of you. Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Same to you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.